This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Up next is one of the things people remember most about this show. It's a no contest. Well, the match was really just stopped. Aiden English and Simon Gotch, the Vaudevillains, are going to take on another tag team from NXT, Big Cass and Enzo Amore. They are super over here, but in the middle of the match, something bad happens and Enzo gets hurt. I was there that night and it looked like a scary situation. It's clearly. And when something like this happens, I'm just curious what you remember about this injury, what protocol was it handled right? Just catch us up about what's going through your mind in the back when you see, you know, a member of the Brotherhood like this in a bad spot and we're live on pay-per-view.
I wasn't exactly watching it at the time. I was doing something different, but what I was told, and I didn't even see the replay because I was in some other room talking about some other match, but I think Enzo went to slide under the bottom rope and actually hung his neck. Went to get shot. Went to get shot out of the ring and slide under the bottom. And I think he hooked the bottom rope or something. It really, really was a dangerous looking deal. And it looked really, really bad. Thank God it wasn't worse than what it was, but it looked like he was big time hurt. It knocked him goofy, which could have also had a neck injury the way it whiplashed him. So, but if you're knocked out, you don't know that you got a neck injury. You know you're goofy. And they stopped the match right away, did exactly the right thing, got him out of there and got some medical attention. When somebody gets hurt and you can pretty much see it in the ring, and if you go ask a guy, you can pretty much tell that he's out of it right away. I don't remember who the referee was, but he called for help, and
Dan Engler.
Dan did the right thing right away.
The story is, Meltzer would describe it as, it was not a botched baseball slide, although it looked like it, but Amore, being pretty much out of it, slid from the toss and hit the side of his head on the middle rope, which caused a whiplash effect. And then his head also hit the apron, knocking him out. He fell to the floor. Gotch went after him, but the referee jumped in and stopped him, called for an X, and eventually, when realizing Amore was out, stopped the match. Amore was taken out, motionless and on a stretcher. He did recover backstage, but was rushed to the hospital for tests. The diagnosis was that he suffered a severe concussion, but there was no neck damage, as everyone feared based on how everything went down. This has got to be a scary moment. It's rare that you ever see a match stopped. Usually the protocol is if a guy can continue, you do. Here, the dude is legit unconscious, a really bad head injury. And we know way more about that now than we used to. And thankfully he didn't have some sort of permanent neck or back damage, because when your head moves like it's not supposed to, man, you could have permanent, long-term severe injury. So when he was able to post some social media posts and selfies later that night with himself and Cass at the hospital, lots of fans were greatly relieved. But that's got to put some sort of a different vibe in the locker room for the rest of the show, does it not?
Well, it just makes it, we get reminded occasionally, every now and then, thank God, not all the time, a lot more now than back then, but we get reminded that we're not Superman, that we're not superhuman, that injuries do happen, and bad injuries can happen at the drop of a hat when you least expect it. And thank God we've started to recognize it as a industry and take a little bit closer look when something bad happens. I would like to think in every case there's somebody, even if the other people, like you say, we're used to just nutting up and going, hey, I can get through it. Where are we at? What I need to do, and you get through a match. Well, that's the wrong thing to do. If you're loopy or you're hurt and you're hurt, that match is not worth the rest of your career. And we as an industry hopefully have taken a look at that, and you have doctors and EMTs and everybody at the arena so that there's a quick turnaround if there is an injury to get them some medical care. And in the old days, it was one way, and different today. Thank God.
The other talents that we've talked about before here on the show, Enzo and Cass, and they're going to get over like nobody's business on the main roster. The promo work and just the whole presentation reminded a lot of people probably of the New Age Outlaws, just in terms of the big rap on their way to the ring. We know that Enzo is end up leaving the company, as does Cass. Just this calendar year, Cass showed back up looking in better shape than ever on some independent states. What did you think of the initial presentation of Enzo and Cass, and how quickly the audience took to their rap, so to speak?
Well, it was different, and it worked, because it was such a, a cadence-laden promo. It involved, and it invited the audience to chant along with them, and that's always a good thing for television. Kaz was a big guy. He was a tall guy, and they were like oil and water as far as their presentation. But when they did the promo, it all came together and it all gelled.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.